Good morning. It is 8:25 a.m. on Monday, December 3rd, 2018. I'm Christiana Ellis and I just got up. This is 5 more minutes. So I'm still at my dad's house in Colorado. Last night we went to a choir concert for the London Chorale. Or no, not London, Longmont Chorale. Would be more surprising, I think, to have the London Chorale in Longmont. But yes, the Longmont Chorale, which my sister-in-law sings in sometimes, and so that was kind of a big sort of family activity, and a lot of her extended family was in town for that, and so we went to that concert and then had everyone go out to dinner, and it was a lovely evening. I don't go to a lot of choir concerts. It's not like something I'm a regular follower of, but I certainly enjoyed it. The theme of the concert was, uh, uh, I think it was like I want to just phrase it right. It's like holiday classics in 21st century rapping, and the idea was that it was a bunch of well-known classic songs, but all of them with arrangements that were written since the year 2000. And it was interesting. Like, there was actually several songs that I didn't recognize at all, like that I don't think I'd ever heard before. So in some ways, the idea of what's a holiday classic is perhaps stretched a little bit. But some of the arrangements were really interesting, and I really liked them. And others were a little bit more like, that's an odd choice. But like, it was, I don't want to make any of it sound like it was unpleasant or anything. There was one. There were two, as part of the concert. There were two uh, high schoolers who won a competition, who got to come out and sing a solo song, and they were both very good. The one kid, though, sang Leonard Cohen's Hallelujah, which I think it was interesting just because I think a lot of the older members of the audience didn't know the song, and the lyrics of that song are not totally in keeping with the traditional holiday religious Christmas classics, so it's like I think some of them who didn't know the song were a little bit thrown by that one, but I thought he sang it very well with one quirk, which was if you know the song or if you don't, the the rhyme scheme has an informal pronunciation used to support the rhyme. So, for example, one of the early lines is, "But you don't really care for music, do ya?" And then that's rhymed with hallelujah, right? Makes sense. But for every verse on that rhyme, he was pronouncing the word more formally. So he would say, "But you don't really care for music, do you?" And then still saying hallelujah. And it wasn't terrible, but it just was surprising. It's like, why is he doing that? So we did that, and then we went to dinner at the Longmont Public House, which was a um, I don't know. It was a fine restaurant. It was a nice sort of classy thing. Like, I think it's supposed to be sort of like slightly fancy version of the food that you might get at a pub, but it's transitioned to be more like fine dining, and it was pretty good. And I had a ribeye steak, but one thing that was particularly notable is they had a special cocktail, which was a cranberry mule. It was really good. I seriously, like, it was like, oh my god, it's so good. It came in the little copper um, cup, and it had little candied cranberries in it, and I don't know for sure what else goes into a mule. I think it's vodka based, but it was just really good. I feel like it's one of the best cocktails I've had in a long time. And so it was just a fine dinner, and I enjoyed it, and it was a good time. It was a good evening with lots of extended family. It was just kind of worked out that my sister-in-law's family was in town while I happened to be in town, and I was able to see them and just got everyone together for a fine holiday evening. That it's nice to get to do things that sort of feel holiday-like, even though I'm not going to be here on the actual holiday days. When I'm using an iPad to do the video, I always forget where I'm supposed to look. Right there. In any case, I'm going to talk to you tomorrow for 5 more minutes.